Howdy folks, Matty from Gulf Coast Fit, and I'm about to run through a warm-up routine, more of an activation and potentiation routine for a sprint workout that I'm about to do. So these warm-up, these agility and activation exercises are geared towards running, in particular sprinting. So I'm going to be doing a sprint workout today, and I need my muscles firing fast. I need to potentiate my fast twitch muscle fibers, potentiate my nervous system, and feel like I'm explosive and very in tune with my body and ready to move myself aggressively. So not only aggressively, but on point. Feel like I'm in full control while I'm sprinting, because I do want to run hard and fast, but I want to feel like I'm running well. These type of agility and warm-up drills that I'm going to do, great for running, specific to running, but would also fit the bill as a warm-up routine to any other athletic endeavor where you're about to be on the field, moving explosively and putting fairly high impact on your body. When you're putting high impact on your system, then you need to make sure you're prepped and ready, because those type of movements, especially when you're moving in multiple planes of motion and incorporating change of direction very quickly, it's even more important to make sure that you're keeping things safe and that you're ramping things up slowly but surely. This is actually the second part of my warm-up routine. I skated for a good mile and a half for 10 minutes, got myself sweating, got my core body temperature up. Now I'm moving into these activation exercises. So I've got 2 cones behind me that are spaced apart about 25 meters. You don't need any more than about 25 meters. Really, 15 meters would do, 15 to 25. We're not trying to exhaust ourselves by doing this, but we are trying to put in some work and prep our body for that very high intensity explosivity of running. So let me make sure you're in the picture here. Can you see my cones? All right, I'm gonna start with a little back pedal, down and back. I'm gonna go 50% intensity down, about 75 to 80% intensity on the way back. I like to go 50% down, then about 25% harder when I return. That way I can feel the movement out and then give it a little more juice on the way back. Again, not just trying to completely exhaust myself and sprint down and back, trying to potentiate myself, my nervous system, and my muscles, my tendons and ligaments as well, for what is to come. I'm gonna move into a side shuffle. Notice how I did not stop moving the same direction. I was traveling to the left, both down and back. So now I'll go 50, 75% traveling to the right, both down and back. In a side shuffle, remember that your lead leg is adducting and pulling yourself forward. Your trail leg is pushing. So the front leg or the lead leg pulls, the back leg pushes. So that way you're focusing on getting abduction and adduction benefits and activation. Also note that I'm not crisscrossing my feet when I side shuffle. Side shuffle is foot to foot. Foot are not crossing paths front to back. It's not a karaoke or anything like that. Also, I'm not hesitating to talk to you between sets, because I do need to recover a little bit so I can go into the next exercise giving a true 50 and 75 to 80%. So now I'm gonna go into a high knee, which is kind of a skip. It's kind of like you're running in place. with a strong knee drive. I'm working on contralateral movement with the arm swing and the knee drive. And here we go. So you see, that wasn't about how far I could skip or how high I could jump or how fast I could travel. I was really working on aggressively swinging my opposite arm and driving my opposite leg. Again, the contralateral synchronicity is what I was working on there. And that's a movement pattern technique, very relative to running. I'm gonna go into a karaoke now. Now we're crisscrossing the feet. And I like karaoke because I'm twisting with the upper body, working a lot of spinal rotation, transverse movement, and the legs, which are crisscrossing down below, are all frontal plane, side to side movement. Really great for the hips and the trunk. Once again, I did not switch which direction I was traveling. I went around the cone and I was still traveling to the left. That way, I'm traveling to the right now, both down and back. Pay attention to how much my arms swing and my trunk rotates. I actually got a few good back pops in there. Now I'm gonna go into a low back pedal. So I did kind of a high back pedal before. Now I'm gonna crouch down. I'm gonna push my butt back. I'm gonna lean forward and stay crouched and lower during this back pedal. A lot more quads activation and a progression to the higher back pedal because now we're flexing the knees more. Starting to get pretty heated, feels good. So now I'm gonna go into a skip for distance. You'll notice now I am traveling faster on my skips. I'm still working on the contralateral arm swing and leg drive, but now I'm taking each skip a further distance. It won't be max effort, but I'm gonna probably skip about 75%, 80% distance on each skip. Well, 50% down, 75% back. So you get a little more hang time on these. I'm gonna follow that up with some skips, more for vertical explosiveness. So now I'm driving upward instead of forward. Really work on a soft landing. Remember, the explosive part is fun, jumping, but the more important part is the eccentric phase, the landing, the loading, the deceleration. I got acceleration, which is fun, deceleration, which is important. I don't get very high when I'm jumping in the sand. Well, I don't get too high anyway, but definitely don't get very high jumping in the sand. But one of the many benefits of training in the sand or in the grass or on any type of terrain that is not a floor. Plethora of benefits to be had by training on unstable, uneven, shifty surfaces. And I'm a fan of all of them. Anytime I'm doing something, I'm like, oh, well, the ground's not even, or, you know, or the sand's shifting, or the dirt's moving around. I don't think, oh man, that's stopping me from doing well. I'm thinking, oh, that is an added challenge that helps reinforce me doing things properly. So don't let it hold you back. Know that it's an advantage in the big picture. Now, unstable surfaces are not an advantage. If you got a bar on your back or you're deadlifting a lot of weight off the ground, then you want things to be stable. But those training sessions are few and far between. I'm gonna go into some bounding now, opening the hips up more. It's kind of like a skip. Well, no, it's not, but it's explosive like a skip. But every single stride, I work on the leg drive, the arm swing, and getting a little hang time. Almost started skipping again. Yes, I like skipping. There are a lot of, there really so many types of running drills that are highly beneficial that we could make 100 exercise video, but I'm gonna keep it to several, so I'm gonna give you 2 more. This next one is going to be a ski hop. Ski hop, the lower body is twisting and jumping in a 180-degree rotation. The upper body counters that by twisting the other way, and you'll see why they're called ski hops, because I'm twisting, it's like I'm doing moguls, snow skiing on the mountains. A lot of transverse twisting, wringing out the towel, a lot of deceleration and acceleration, and great for the ankles, knees, and hip stability. Great for knee injury prevention. Last drill I'm going to do is a bunny hop to pick up, or a bunny hop to sprint, or a broad jump to sprint. I'm going to do 3 jumps, unbroken, rebounding broad jumps. In my 3rd jump, I go straight into a sprint, past the cone. I'll turn around and do the same thing back. So once again, jumps and sprints going to be about 50% down. Well, I'll say actually I'll ramp it up, 75% down. Jumps and sprints about 100% approximately, as long as they feel clean on the way back. So this is the exclamation point on the warm-up before I actually start my running routine. Again, I'm feeling minimal level of overall fatigue. I'm actually feeling nearly ramped up, more in tune with what I'm doing, more excited, and kind of invigorated. So that's a good thing, and that's the purpose behind this. Although it is work, it requires full commitment mentally and physically to do things correctly and to think about what you're doing. At the end of the day, it's just scratching the surface on what you're capable of doing. That's why it's a potentiation routine. Well, there you have it, folks. Good preliminary routine to follow a very explosive athletic endeavor, whether it's a game or a competition, or whether it's a high intensity athletic type of routine like sprints or other things could fit the bill too, but high intensity exercise to follow. So stay tuned and have fun. Oh, also, isn't that sweet how there's a beached sailboat over here? So that, yeah, storms are real. It's creepy. Makes me kind of scared about my sailboat. Catch you next time, folks. Peace.